We'll be talking about building relationships with active and passive candidates. And of course, as always, I'll be very much open with question and answers as well. So can someone tell me what is pipeline in their perspective? What is pipe?
Pipelining means some work in progress. If we want to get the candidate, we are working on that to get the right candidate. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Okay. Any other views on that?
Pipeline means one after another. Suppose one project, second project, this kind.
Perfect. One after others. Creating things aligned, right? That what are the so if I have to tell you the easiest definition of pipeline, I maintain my calendar. So one the work, second work, third work, fourth work, and fifth work, right? If we do any planning. So pipeline is something about one candidate and how it is recruiting, how it is happening in recruitment is one candidate, two candidate, three candidate, four candidate, one by one. One position, four position, five position. So how it works in corporate world is big companies create the talent pipelines for the future hirings in the organization. For an example, companies work on quarters to quarter basis, month to month basis, right? They identify it in advance that in this quarter, I have to close this two position, this particular position. For an example, a company has to book three people, like a company's finance team has to take four people in the complete year, right? When I say in the complete year, it doesn't mean they should do all the hirings in January month, right? There would be a planning when the work is coming and when they need it. So, for an example, they planned it to do one is January, one is October, one is in April, and one is in December. So, the way that we created this pipeline, this hiring processes, hiring needs is called pipeline, right? So that's how we generally explain the pipeline, right? Step by step, yes. So, what is pipeline here for us to know about? That is, talent pipeline is something that proactive process to continuously identify, engage, and nutrition the potential candidates for the future hirings. I am here today. I'm here in my recruitment team, and I know that this is the complete year. In each and every quarter, I have to hire few people. How should I? What should I call them? I should engage them with my company's policies, with company benefits. I should, nourish them with some aspect that my company is doing this with the work culture showing it and all stuff, right? So this we called the pipeline for the future hiring needs, identifying the future hiring needs, making a plan for that, and engaging candidate for that is called talent pipeline. What are the importance for that? That is definitely a proactive approach, anticipating the hiring needs, then reaching to the vacancies. Because if we know that I need to close up one position in August, I will start working on that, right? I'll start creating my pipeline of the candidates. I'll start sourcing my people. I'll start looking out candidates for that particular position. When the time came in August, I do have my data, I do have my research, I do have my sourcing to showcase it to hiring manager so that he can select, right? So that will save time. What will happen if I'll start working on that August only? I would be needing 2 months for sourcing, then manager needs to think upon that. So that will take time. So that is why it is a very proactive approach because we know that what's pipeline we have created for ourselves in the future. That is strategic talent management that aligns with talent acquisition and long-term business goals. Why it is aligned, how it is aligned with the long-term business goals? Because we are projecting the future needs of a company. We are projecting that what we require in the future, a number of people, a number of talent that we are looking for. So that's why it is helping us for the long-term business goals as well. What are the benefits for that? Reduce time to hire, right? As I shared, that if we have a talent pool, if we have a talent candidate sourced out before, then of course that helps to reduce the time, which is pre-qualified candidates, which is sourced candidates that talent acquisition team has. So that of course, people generally have these kind of pipelines. That studies says that these kinds of pipelines help 40% faster of different the hiring processes and then a pipeline processes. So there is so this time we have created case study of each and every benefit, each and every point, so that will give you more clarity, considering the same point that we discussed when we started, because we do not have any practical exposure. So there is a way that we should more focused on the case studies and the experiences. So the challenge here is long hiring process was causing delay in filling the key positions, means that there is an organization who has a very long hiring process system. For example, they do not have any pipeline, but they are coming to the recruitment team and saying that, hey, I need five accountant, hey, I need five CAs, hey, I need five marketing person. So s- talent acquisition team needs time to source that positions from the market, look at the skill set, look at the different aspects that we have, that we will discuss further in the slide deck, right? If What is the solution that they have implemented? They have implemented the broadcasting, they implemented the projections of the year before that, so they created a pipeline over there. So by creating a pipeline and the strategies of focusing on what is important at this moment and what we want to do it later on in this year, help them to fill higher 35% of faster than other model they were using in. So they hired critical roles very effectively and very well in advance on time, so that helps them, right? So the one of the benefit for that is reduced time to hire in. The another benefit that we have for talent pipelining is improve quality of the hires. How it can improve the quality of a hire? Other end, we can say that candidates are candidates, employees are employees, marketing is marketing people. That how we can get that it is a quality hire or not quality hire. So of course, when we have people in pipeline, we generally talk with them, we generally engage with them on time to time, right? Over the WhatsApp, over the calls, over the emails and other stuff, right? So we would able to assess them better, that what are the behavioral approach they do have, what are the cultural aspects they are coming in, will they fit in our company's culture or not, right? These are the major impacts, and what are the skill sets they're having in. And of course, talent piped candidate have 25% higher performance rate, which research sets in. For an example, it was very difficult to find a high quality candidate specialized in role, plus their behaviors, plus their culture as well, right? So what they have done is they have developed a comprehensive talent pipeline for the tech roles, right? They have people in the tech role. They will start, they know that they have to hire that person in next year, January, but they started it 5 months before the processing in, so that they can engage with the candidate more, they can know more about that, what the skill set the person is having in, what were the performance ratios this person is getting in, what are the hike they are getting in the last organization. So that help us to hire the quality improved, right? So that's the study says that these are the ways that we hire some qualified or qualitative people in the organization, which are most beneficial for our culture, our benefits, and our organization skill sets. Benefits of The other benefit is enhance employer branding. How it can do that? Because we are interacting regular with the potential candidates, we are giving them our company's culture post, we celebrated this was the work life balance, these are the feedbacks that we are giving in. And it is saying that 75% of job seekers consider the employee branding before applying, but I would say it's more than 100%. Like everybody wants to do a work in a good organization. If we got an offer from an organization, we generally look out their reputation, how the company is working in, how the things are with, how is the revenue growth and other stuff, right? So it of course increase the talent. It of course increase the brand for the employer perspective as well. That for an example, I'll give you very basic example. When we were studying in, we all heard that Google has a very amazing work life balance. There is no dressing movement, there is no timing. Nowadays every company is doing the same, but there was a era when Google was a dream company to everybody to work in, right? So that's how it creates an employee branding with their people, right? So of course posting, and if I have people in pipeline, definitely they come to me on my LinkedIn. They join me up. I'll be posting out my company's LinkedIn account, like what's happening in the organization for employee engagement, what is my revenue generation, what is my team doing, what is my sales team is doing. That will definitely give a, a positive aspect to everybody for in that sense, right? So the another is leveraging the internal database. Of course, employee referrals. Employee referrals also will help us to create a pipeline. And can anyone tell me what is employee referrals? We talked about it yesterday.
When we refer someone,
When we refer someone, okay. Anyone else?
Referring of employee, reference from an existing employee for the new candidates.
Reference is from existing employees to the new candidate. Yes.
And that particular employee uh, gets a bonus or something.
Referral
Incentive.
bonus. Yeah, yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. So employee referrals also can help us to create a pipeline in the organization. Like, hey, we are looking out for people. If you guys have any referrals, send it to us. So we'll get a lot of resumes, a lot of profiles. So that also help us to create a pipeline over there. And of course, alumni network. Keep in touch with your former employees who might run or refer others, right? So former employees, and the other one is former organization, right? There might be some people who wanna come back to your organization. There might be some people who wanna refer their relatives, friends, and other friends to your organization. And of course, there might be some employees who are from your last organization and they wanna join you guys with a hike and a growth, right? So alumni networks always helps in that sense. When we talk about the strategies for building a talent pipeline, so the one is utilizing the social media. How can I create a pipeline of the candidate? When I say talent pipeline, it's all about getting candidates for interview. It's all about getting people with you, right? So when I say pipeline for candidates, how can we get that? Utilizing the social media account. So how can we do that? We talked about LinkedIn, social media, social networking, that we would be having the need of this person in the next quarter. The resumes are open up, right? The strategies are the same, that share content with them, participate in the discussions of different topics, showcase the company culture. So people will reach out to you and say that, hey, we want to join your company. If you have any vacancy for this position, please do let me know, right? So that help you out to create a pipeline, right? That help you out to create a database for the future hirings you have. What are the challenge was there in a company that we see now? It is attracting top talent from the competitive market is very difficult. So what we have did it, we have leverages LinkedIn to continuous engagement, to showcase that this is what we are giving to our salespeople, this is what we are giving to our people, this is what the work-life balance is, this is how we work in, this is what we have built up a culture is, right? To showcasing on LinkedIn and social media networking has created a pool by 40% for leading to faster and more effective hires, right? So people wants to join the culture where they do get work-life balance, where they do get all the stuff that they required for, right? So that's also helpful. The another part is engaging passive candidates, right? So the tactics is personalized outreach to the people, showcasing the value of propositions. Okay, tell me one thing. What is passive? What is passive candidate? Can anyone explain me?
Someone who's not actively looking for a job, but they
Want
are
to?
flexible to work.
Okay, okay.
just trying to apply in job, that's it.
Who are just applying to try a job? Okay. Anyone else? What is passive candidate?
Who's not searching for a new job.
Not searching for a new job. Okay.
A candidate who will go with a better opportunity.
The candidate who will go with a better opportunity. Okay. Anyone else? I think I got five, six answers, and we have 30 in the room. So wanna hear from more as well. Anyone else wanna try it? Okay. So you guys are right that passive candidate is someone who is happily working in a company and not looking a job actively, right? But if he gets something growthfully, if he gets something that equally more important for him as a brand, as a economically, as a beneficial side, and they are the one who can make a shift, right? So these are the passive candidates. They are not actively looking, but they are okay to explore with the benefits, with other stuff and the growth they are getting in the market, right? So let me quickly share my screen again. You're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So the tactics are personalized outreach, showcasing the value of the proposition, continuous engagement with them over the LinkedIn, over the emails and all. The benefits, to provide, to showcase the benefits of the company and broader access to a broader talent pool, including those not actively seeking a job for sure, but showcase them up. So how the case study work here is how we can engage the passive candidates at XYZ company that hiring for a highly specialized engineer role, for an example, a leadership role, for an example, a critical role that we have in organization. So the solution was focused on the engaging passive candidates through the personalized communication. Reach out to them on their LinkedIn account, search out that how things going in with you, what are you loving about your company, I'm from this company. These are the benefits that we are providing in. So the personalized touch when it came in, and we can say that if you're looking out for a job, please do let us know. We will definitely come to you with a good growth in the function. So that increased 60% of the specialized job covered in with the passive candidates, right? So that helps in that. And how should I develop a talent pipeline strategy, right? So of course, about defining the key roles and requirements, the focus is very much critical and hard to fill the positions. And the action is regularly update the job description to reflect the current need in the social media networks, over the LinkedIn, over the any job portal that you guys are using in, right? Identifying the sourcing channels. So channels are like job boards, recruitment agencies, university partnerships. And what are the tools we can use to identify the sourcing channels are ETS system, CRM system, recruitment softwares, analytic tools that we do have in that help us to identify the sourcing channels there. Creating a candidate persona. When I say the candidate persona, that includes some components for the skill sets, number of year of experience that do have, are they culturally fit to us or not? What are their career aspiration? What are their back-end history of the employment? And of course, what we have to use it, we do have to use it, some engagement strategies aligned with the candidate personas and some behavioral strategies that we do have that we can use in up, right? So that's the thing that we have to take care in. Of course, how can I maintain my talent pipeline? It is very common as how can I maintain my relations? So if I have to maintain a relation to someone, I have to communicate with them, right? So that's the same way here that regular communication is a key of maintaining anything, right? So if I have to maintain the talent pipeline, I have to look after for regular communication, newsletters, starting sending them the newsletters, sending them the updates, sending them the personalized messages so that they'll feel connected. They'll not hesitate to reach out to you for any question and concerns. And of course, tracking and analytic. These are the some major engagement surveys and the strategies. And of course, it is more theoretical thing and are just strategies based on the data that we have received in that if we need that person in line to my company in future or not. So this is how it helping. What are the regular communication methods? Of course, the email campaigns, social media campaigns, virtual events, interactions, phone calls, WhatsApp messages. These all are a part of that. And what would be the content that I have to showcase because these are my professional relations, not personal relations, right? I should not ask them that what you have eaten in the afternoon, or I should not ask them what you have done your weekend, or have you went out to a mall? Have you seen that? No, this is not how should I make a relation. I should see out that company's news. I should give them the company's inside, industries inside. I should give them the career development opportunities that we would be having in, or else I should give them different aspect of that how he or she can grow in our company and how the engineers are growing in a company. And maybe the best part is maybe we can, that's an very amazing way to reach out to them that I'm looking out is people generally showcase the experience of their existing employees in terms of videos, in terms of letters. So others will be impacted and interacted with that a lot, right? So there is again a case study that we have added in with the regular communication to the, any of the company. The challenge was to keeping potential candidate engaged over for a long period because that's the pipeline with us, and we had some hiring blockage on that time, and we want to engage them to rehire them or re-engage them after some time. And the solution was we have implemented the regular newsletter and virtual events things for them, like once in a 15 days arranging an event with our partners on that. So that increased the candidate engagement by 50%, and that lead to a stronger talent pipeline where people wants to join the company that we are engaging in with, right? So that's really helps us in that. And of course, when we talk about tracking and analytics, where we do tracking, we talk about the tracking tools. What were the tracking tools that we discussed on the first day?
ATS.
Yes.
ATS is application tracking system that we call to the tool, right? But what are the tools name that we discussed on that day?
Boolean.
Sorry?
Boolean. Yeah, Boolean HR.
That was the technique to search.
Okay.
What was the tool?
Workforce.
Sorry?
Force.
Workforce, no. Workday, yes. Taleo, yes.
Talio. Lever.
Levo, yes.
Bamboo HR.
Bamboo HR, yes.
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse, yes. So these are the tools that we discussed that are helping us to tracking this all stuff. And again, we're discussing today as well the CRM tools, the ATS tools that we use to work that over there. And of course, Yahoo Recruit as well, whatever you're saying in, and other recruitment analytics software that lot of are there that we can use in. What are the metrics that we can use for tracking and letting is candidate engagement rates or pipeline conversion rate, and of course source effectiveness. Like we have built a pipeline, but how would I track that the how much percentage of the pipeline got converted to as an employee, right? So that's matter. So that helps to create by the tracking analytics team. So of course there is a case study as well to tracking analytics at XYZ or ABC company, whatever is that. The challenge was to difficulty in measuring the effectiveness of talent pipeline, and the solution was utilized advanced analytics to track pipeline metrics. And advanced analytics is a different, a wider topic to know about with the technical people, know about the advanced Excel, some of the technical skills like Python, Java. So that helps to create that dashboards in that sense. And that result was to improve decision making and pipeline health, leaded by 20% of increase in the successful hires from the pipeline, right? So that helps in that. Before we move ahead, any question on talent pipeline? No? All right. So we will be moving to the next topic, which is establishing the nutrition talent pool. So what is talent pool is? Talent pool are the group of potential candidates that are pre-qualified and engaged for the further hiring needs. So in pipeline, what we were doing is we were creating a pipeline that we would be having a further need of these futures in the future. So that let's engage people, let's engage a pipeline that what all we need to do in the future for the hirings. But talent pool is a group of people of the candidates that we already sourced. We have seen that they are qualifying our needs, they are qualifying our future hiring needs, and they are well matched with their skill sets, behavioral set, qualification, experience, and all stuff. What is the objective to have a talent pool is to build and maintain a relationship with candidates to fill future positions. I'm sorry, I just got a message. So build and maintain the relationship with candidates to fill the future positions effectively. So if, for an example, uh, let me give you a homely example, right? For an example, if we know that there is a function coming in the family, what we start doing is we start doing in preparing the things, right? We start doing in inviting the people in the advanced manner that this day the wedding is come up and we all have to go there for the wedding, right? So what it mean that we are we are engaging the candidates over there. Before that, we are creating a group who will go there on that day of the reception, right? So that's how, in the same thing, that we are maintaining the relationship with the candidates who are pre-qualified. We have to look after their that in talent pool. We got pre-qualified people who are already sourced, their skill sets already matched with the requirements, and then they are coming up on that. So we call that kind of people as a talent pool. What are the importance of identifying the target talent pools is proactive recruitment, saving the time, and create a competitive edge in the talent acquisition that we have to just finish this up and we have to look out the next stage. What are the criteria to identify the talent pool is, of course, skill sets and the competencies. Focus on identify the critical skills that needed for the future roles, and the action which develop a skill matrix for the current and the future needs, right? So if I talk about a case study for identifying the skill sets, for an example, finding a specialized technical skill, right? Develop a detailed skills matrix and mapped candidates accordingly. This is the solution. And the result is to create a amazing talent pool with the relevant skill sets. For an example, you have thousands of people in your pipeline when you created a pipeline, but out of that pipeline you have sorted the 1,000 people in different chains. In chains, for example, you are looking at Java Tech, 100 people, Python, 50 people, any other technical skill, 100 people. So the group of that 50 people which is required for a particular position called Java is called talent pool, right? And how we have created it on the basis of skill and competencies, right? The Java is a skill on the basis of industry experience. Now, when we talk about this 1,000 people, we need some people for interview process coming out from the same industry, whether it is FMCG, whether it is textile, whether it is security, whatever is that, right? So focus on the target audience, target candidates, which are relevant to that particular industry. And of course, they should be having uh, very much aware about the industry trends that are happening in the demands, the specific roles that they are going to part in. So that will help us, right? So again, while coming up from, talent pipeline, and when we are creating a talent pool, we are taking care of skill set first, then we are taking care of industry experience as well, that for which industry we are hiring, they should have the same industry experience. So what will do that? The out of 1,000 people, we will be reducing our talent pool as per our requirements, as per our skill sets. So what is the criteria for identifying the talent pool is a cultural fit. We should, with the assessment of the candidates or alignment with the company's values and the culture, is that candidate is culturally fit to us? Is that candidate is something that we have a behavioral issue? Because we know that if I have to give an example, that every family has a different behavior and a different culture, right? We all see in our society as well. So in a similar way, every organization has a different way to work. Every organization has a different way to process the things and all. So do we think that these people will be matching our cultural fit to the organization? Will they following our values? Will they able to follow our values? We have to source candidate on that as well. So these are the criterias where we take people from our pipeline candidates to the talent pool candidates. Geographical locations. We need people in Bangalore location, but we can see that applications are there from New Delhi. I should take it forward it? No. That should be a part of my talent pool? No. So that's how it works. In how can I build up a talent pool from the market? So what is the importance of engagement? Continuous interaction that keeps candidate interested and informed about what's happening in my organization, what would be the next step of the hiring process, and how we want to go with the hiring process, and what we are planning to do with the hiring process, building a relationship with them. I'm sorry. Building a relationship with them that creates a trust between two people. So for an example, if I continue to talk with someone, if I talk someone very first time, I'll be not that trustworthy too, right? But if I continue to talk with them for two times or three times or four times, then there would be a trust that will be built up, right? So that create and that help us to create a relationship building, which is also a part of our talent pool importance engagement. Personalized communication. What is the focus for that? To a message, a personalized message to individual candidates that, for an example, that will give you the name that, hey, XYZ, hope you're doing well, hope your family is keeping well. So that will also engage some engagement with them. And of course, use CRM tools to manage the personalized communication. Nowadays, there are a lot of tools. And if there is no tool, then of course, there are some combination with Excel sheet and the email merge that you can send thousands of emails together with the employee's name. There's just a matter of some formulas. And of course, maintaining candidate engagement is very impressive. You must have seen that you must be receiving some emails from some of the partners or market channels that it is showing your name that, hi XYZ, greetings from this bank, or greetings from this organization, or greetings from Domino's, or whatever the organization is. So that really create a trust factor among of our people. For an example, your government nowadays sending out your birthday wishes as per your birthday in the local cards, right? You guys are getting calls as well. So that doesn't mean that someone is sitting over there and typing in a message for you. No, that are automated with the CRM tools that are sending in emails automatically to everybody. Social media interaction is something, use social media platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or there are so many to engage with the candidates, engage with the candidates who are there in the pipeline in the talent pool so that you can interact more with them. And of course, share content with them of your office, of the industry perspective, participate in the discussions, and showcase the company culture that how we are working in and what we are working in, right? So that also helps you guys that that candidate to uh, more engaged with the company, and that create an impressiveness about your company for the candidate. For an example, of course, the case study has given in the screen that attracting the top talent through the social media was a challenge, and the company has leverages the LinkedIn and the Twitter to continuous engagement, and that increased talent pool by 40%, leading faster than the new hires. Because of course, sometime it happens with us as well, if we identified a candidate, if we are looking out for a candidate to work on for us, they generally reach out to your different employees to chat with them that how's things at this organization. They definitely go to your company's profiles, their Glassdoor reviews, their Google reviews, that how this particular company is working on. So that's really helps in that sense. Virtual events and the webinars. So sometimes some companies host some events to engage the education, uh, uh, of course, to engage and educate the potential candidates with the relevant topics. For an example, you are working in a technical industry and you're working for a cybersecurity company, or maybe you're working for a FMCG industry. So the relevant topic should be there from the industry where you can invite your potential candidates and the pipeline candidates to create a talent pool, and they can join in. You guys can showcase your company culture. You can showcase that we are hiring for these opportunities in the market. You can mention it up that these are the open vacancies in this particular company, so that they can go and they can reapply. And of course, that's an amazing tool to improve the engagement and completing the hiring needs of an organization. Engaging with the candidate, of course, the regular updates to give them focus, keep them informed about your company news, about the opportunities, and send the newsletters, send the updates regular basis, like once in a week, twice in a week, once in a month, that what's happening in the organization. Or of course that helps to engage candidates, their candidature, and it helps to retention in the talent pools, so that candidates are aware about what's happening in your company, and they generally not look out others, and they generally join your organization in that sense. And of course, nutritioning the relationship of the future opportunities. What are the importance for that? Is a long-term engagement that build and trust and the loyalty among the organization, employee, and the candidate. And of course, that is readiness for the opportunities, and it is sure that candidate are prepared for the future roles, and they are going to join you guys in that sense. What are the strategies we should use for nutritioning the relationships with the candidates? That's the career development opportunities. The focus should be on offer learning and growth opportunities to the candidates, showcase your learning and development programs to them, and the action should be taken like provide access to online courses like Udemy Business or LinkedIn or any L&D process that they do have, and provide them the certifications and some industry events, workshops that they can join in, and they can get the certifications for that. And of course, the example is of course there. The challenge was to keeping the top talent engaged from the market, and the solution was to offer continuous learning opportunities that we have. And the result was that increase the talent pool and readiness for the future role that who wanna join the company for the future roles in the coming years. Mentorship program. What is mentor? Can anyone tell me?
Someone in a senior position who can pass
Advise,
on the knowledge.
give suggestions and knowledge.
Give suggestion and the knowledge. Yes. So there are two people, like one is mentee and one is mentor. So mentor is who is mentoring you, who is giving you the knowledge, who is giving you the advice, who is giving you the uh, suggestions. And the mentee is the receiver, who is receiving this all stuff from the mentor. So mentorship program that should focus on connect candidates with the mentors and within the within the company, that different tills, so that we have to establish a mentorship program for the organization. Moreover, big companies are creating a mentorship program nowadays for the potential new hires, which is helpful for everybody. For the case study, if I have to give an example for that, developing the future leaders. So a company has implemented a mentorship program for the talent pool candidates that enhance the readiness and the commitment from the candidate side to join the organization. So very helpful for that. Regular check-ins, which is one of the amazing tool in any of the stuff, in one of the amazing strategy for a lot of stuff. So focus should be maintaining a regular connect with the candidate. That regular doesn't mean that every day, but of course once in a quarter, once in a week, or once in a 15 days and all. The action was schedule the periodic check-ins and to discuss career goals about the opportunities, and what he or she wanted to do, where we can support them in the future, and what are the opportunities for them in the organization is more important for that. And of course, the challenge with ABC company was to keeping talent pool with the candidate to engaged over long period. And the solution was to implemented a structured check-in process. And out of that, the result was that increased engagement and the reduced time to hire that we got it with this regular check-in aspect. Feedback mechanism, and I believe everybody should know focus on that. So the focus for that was that we should gather feedback from the candidates to improve our engagement strategies, like, hey, we are doing that, but what is your feedback, what should we improve in, right? And the action would be that we should use survey and feedback tools to understand the candidates experience, that we can send out the surveys that they should fill in one word one answer type of questions. And the challenge was improving candidates experience. So while there is a challenge for improving the candidate experience, we should know that what people are expecting from us. And how do I know that what people are expecting from us is surveys, right? So if I'm sending out a survey, you must have seen that, while you guys are going on different outlets, restaurants and malls, they give you a feedback form that you have to fill in, right? So why this is happening? Because they want to know about the service, they want to know about the experience. If there is a dilemma on that, they should improve enough. If there is a lack of that, they should improve enough, right? So that's how it works here is we should reach out to candidates for their experience to improve in. And of course, we should of course, the organization has implemented a regular feedback survey with them, and in the result they got improved candidate satisfaction and engagement, because we were aware that what candidates are looking for, what we can provide them, and how we can cover the gap which is there within experience and non-experience things. Before we move ahead, any question for me here? No? If no, then I'll love to give you 5 minute break for have your tea and water, and I'll also take my water in some time and I'll come back. Thank you for the patience. We will be talking about the next topic. Let me quickly share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we will be talking about, we talked about the passive candidates, and who are the active candidates
Who are looking for a job
who are
actively.
actively looking for a job. Yes, correct. That's correct. So we will be talking about that how to building up a relationship, because the nature of both the candidates are different. That active are very much proactive for looking out for a job, and passive are a different ways, right? So we will be talking about that how to build up a relationship with active and passive candidates. So of course, we discussed that who are the active candidates. They are the individual who are currently looking for a new job opportunities, engaged into the job searching activities such as applying or job postings and attending the job fairs and asking people that, hey, I'm looking for a job. Let me know if you are looking out for opportunity and all stuff. And of course, regularly updating their professional profiles, resumes like LinkedIn, like updating their profiles on the different sourcing channels like Harki. And also, what are the characteristics of these kind of candidates are? They are typically more available and responsive for the job offers, job opportunities, and other stuff. Motivated by immediate employment needs and the career advancement, they are not think or they do not give a second thought if they have to come up to your organization, and often ready to start to a new role very soon, right? So these kind of people are in that sense. But if we talk about the passive candidates, they are the individuals who are currently employed, and not looking for a new job, uh, not looking for a new job, and generally satisfied with their current roles and not actively updating resumes or seeking for a job posting and other stuff, and not asking people that, hey, I'm looking for a job, can you help me out with that? That they may consider new opportunities if someone approached and compelling the offer, looking out a growth and other stuff that we discussed initially. And what are the characteristics of that kind of people are they are less responsive to direct job offers and the recruitment messages. We need to struggle with them, we have to build relations with them. They are highly skilled experience that who believe to stay, who believe for a long games. And of course they may require more pressure and time to consider for a job change, right? So they are not very much proactive and they'll take more time and can give you some hard follow-ups as well. What are the strategies for engaging both type of candidates? The engaging active candidate is something, that job posting, clear, compelling the job description, application process, streamlining and user-friendly application process, provide them and follow up. If you will do follow up, they'll be responding very fastly. They'll be sending out you can send them the personalized communication and the messages, and they'll be working out in that. Of course, the case study engaging active candidates as hierarchy. The challenge was to increasing application rate for the job posting. Solution was to enhance job description templates and improved follow-ups and processes that helps to increase application rates by 25%, right? So that's, of course, how to engage passive candidates, personalized outreach, send them the message highlighting the opportunities, value propositions, empathize unique benefits and the growth opportunities to them, and of course, long-term relationship with them. They'll comfortable with you, they'll able to join you as soon as possible, right? So, if I talk about the case study which we have with engaging passive candidates at ABC company is that one is challenges. The challenge was attracting top tech talent, who is not actively looking out for a job. So the solution was personalized outreach campaign and highlight unique value of propositions to that, and that helped us to result successfully hired him by 20% more than the other passive candidates, right? So that's how that strategies work in leveraging the technology for engagement. Of course, we should leverage the technology, the tools like CRM, ATS, AI-based recruiting tools, and other stuff. The automation for the personalized automated messages on their birthdays, on their anniversaries, on the different social media achievements that they're doing in. And of course, analytics is something that track engagement and optimize strategies and their reactions as well. If I have to give an example for that, the challenge was effective engaging a large talent pool, and the solution was implemented AI-based recruitment tool, and that improved engagement of 40% of the candidates. If we talk about the strategies for different strategies, the social media strategies that the platform we discussed in a last call and today as well. What are the platforms that we can use in? These are LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and any other industry specific networks. The content should be shared by the industry inside, company culture, success stories, companies, employees experience that how they are feeling in at this moment. And interaction would be, we should participate with them in relevant discussions in the groups so that they will feel that what's best happening in the industry. Social media challenge was engaging candidates through social media. And of course, solution was active participation in discussions, sharing valuable insights, commenting on people's post that what they have written in, and the result for that will come up as that we are noticed by so many people, and that enhanced our talent pool engagement by 35%, and people were interested to have a connection with you and have a know you that way you're working in. Employee referral programs, of course, we are aware about what the referral program is that we have discussed a few days back. encourage employee to refer the candidates, give them different benefits, give them different bonuses, that if person got hired, that you will get that. The network is to leverage employees' professional network. They should go on their LinkedIn connections. They should post on their professional networks and hire the talent pool from there. And of course, the engagement is updates the regular updates on the referral statuses, that we have still these positions open up and we are open up to look out the referrals from the organization and the employees is really helpful in that sense. Uh, Key study was that there was a challenge that expanding talent pool through the references, and the solution was enhance the referral program with the bigger incentives. For an example, you can visit companies, any of the international office, if you hired 5 people, if you referred 5 people who got selected, you will get 2000, like 2000 US dollar as a referral bonus if your referral got selected, right? So that kind of benefits, incentives help to increase the 50% highest results for the referrals. So that helps us in that sense. Building a long-term relation for the talent acquisition. How can build up a long-term relationships? So what is the importance for the long-term relationships? That trust, that that helps to build a trust with the potential candidates. The engagement that helps to maintain the interest over the time, and readiness that is sure that candidates are ready to join you when there is an open opportunity in your organization. What is continuous engagement strategies? That the regular communication with the newsletter, with the updates, with personalized messages, with the phone calls, with the virtual event, webinars, Q&As, training sessions, conferences, virtual meetups, in-person meetups, and the content sharing is all about industry insights, company news, company's work-life balance, success stories, what's happening in the company, how you guys are engaging your organization, people, and all that helps in that. Developing a talent community platform is create a online community for the potential candidates. Interaction is to encourage participation and discussion, and content is to provide valuable resources and updates. For an example, developing a talent community that you should arrange, for an example, you should build up a call setup with all the talent pool candidates, potential candidates, I would say, and encourage them to participate on a general debate or a general brainstorm topic or a general topic, what's going in the market or the industry, so that they all will engage and they'll get, valuable insights from each other and learning from each other as well. Alumni network that helps to reconnect, engage with your former employees for the potential rehires, and who left you us. You can reach out to them if they want to join you back, if they want to refer somebody, or you can reach out to your former employers as well if there are some candidates that who you know is for a particular profile can join you up. When we talk about the values that leverage their experience and the loyalty, which time they have spent it in the organization, and the action is to regular updates and events for alumni. For an example, I have seen that there is an organization which I was a part of in the past. They have built up a channel on LinkedIn called Life at ABC Company, right? So where they have added all the professionals who left their organization. So nowadays, what they are doing is they're opening up, they are posting their open vacancies over there. If someone wants to refer somebody, if someone wants to join that organization, they can do that. Mentorship programs, we already discussed. The connect for pair potential candidates with mentors in the company who have the similar goals, provide the guidance and support them with the career development things, and engage them for different activities and with a long-term relationship through the mentorship program, so that they can help to create a relationship for the talent acquisition for you guys. Feedback and the improvements. Gather feedback for from the candidates, that what is best we have, what is that we can improve in, what is there we are okay with. Act on the feedbacks. Once you get the feedbacks from the engagement strategies, act on that. See that where are the chances that we can improve in. See that where is the best part that we can see in. And of course, demonstrate the value, that show the candidates the input is valued, right? Give that respect to the feedback if someone is sharing to you that the person is valued and the feedback is valued for you. Importance of identifying the right candidate. Fit, ensure that the person is culturally and behaviorally fit, the person has equivalent skill sets and the techniques that we are requiring for. The performance is something that predict the future job performance, give the task that how a person can be more important for us in the future as well. And of course, maintain and create the retention strategies for that particular employees. And of course, we need to focus on to increase the employee retention rates for the organization that also interact the other people. You know, sometime when you're hiring people, there might be some senior role who might ask you that what is the attrition rate of your organization? What is the retention rate of your organization? So that really helps in. Strategies and techniques for identifying the right candidate. Of course, we're talking about from the day one that how to identify the right candidate, but there are something uh, strategic that we want to discuss in over there. Building a comprehensive candidate profile. So information is a first part. The second part is source. The third part is analysis, right? So gather all the comprehensive information about the candidate. Use resumes, social media profiles, assessment, interviews, your observations, behavioral aspects, other stuff, and analyze the profile that match with the candidate's role to the company's role. That if the information we gather with the skill set, with the technical set and all stuff is matching with our candidature or not, right? So that really helps to create a successful hiring process over there. Collaborating the hiring process, involve the different teams over there, multiple stakeholders for the hiring process, for the interview process. Let's say if you're hiring a salesperson, you should get interviewed with the product team, you should get interviewed with a HR team, marketing team, and all stuff. And of course, there would be a structured interview process that showcase that the interview we have taken, the decision that we have made up is very, very fair. There is no biasness in that, right? And of course, gather the input with the interviewers, give them the scorecards to fill in, give them an open platform to comment that so that they can provide us their unbiased feedback that that's what they are thinking about the candidate, what are the pros, what are the cons that candidate must be having in, and why we should hire that particular person if they feel in, right? So there would be some that scorecard and the feedback form can be an optional as well, where we have to fill out the numbers like in communication, what number you want to give into them out of 5 or 4 or 3. So that kind of things that we would be having in. Reference check and the background screenings. Of course, verification is more important nowadays for the criminal check, for the other stuff. So verify candidates post employment and qualifications is more important. Screening, conduct background check on the security and the fits. There are a lot of organization nowadays in the market whose core work is there to check the backgrounds from your education, from criminal perspective, from your experience perspective, from behavioral perspective in your society as well. So which is more important. So use that tools to make sure that inform the hiring decisions. That sometime it really impacts the hiring decisions because of the behavioral aspect, because of the experience aspect, before of the criminality as well. So nowadays, if someone got fired, someone got a red alert on their criminal background check and that's not get completed, they are not able to hire that particular person. So that's also an important part for that as well. uh Onboarding and the integrations, the smooth transition. Of course, as a talent acquisition, it's our responsibility to check that there is a smooth transition for the new hire. We can provide all the necessary resources and the support. We can engage that with the candidate after the hiring process completed, that how he is or she feeling in the organization, if they need any support. And of course, early engagement and integration into the company culture is always helping, right? So that's the one point that I want to highlight up. With that, that's it for the day. And I'm open up with any of the questions if you guys have any. So let me know if you have any question for anything, not only for these three topics, but anything you want to ask for HR matters, I would love to answer in of that.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, if one candidate is not having his final settlement details, but she is having a resignation email,
Mm-hmm.
will that be fine, sir? Will company allow such candidates?
So that depends upon, the company's legal decisions. But sometime we have seen that kind of cases that we have a resignation